is why I love you.
You know, you've been on this world path of just inspiring change and bringing happiness to people. I mean, you've always done that, but it's in a different type of sense, don't you feel?
Yeah, I think I'm more intentional with it, where like I realize that it's intertwined in whatever I do.
Yeah.
And so as an entertainer, as an actor, as a singer, because beyond, this is why I love you. I'm an actor too,
yes.
right? You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, I don't know if some of y'all I remember me from Star, the last 4 episodes before it got canceled. I was Queen Latifah's son in Star. I was Curtis Mayfield in Genius Aretha with Cynthia Erivo. But I've been about this entertainment game for a minute. But I realized that my distinction was my intentionality on amplifying hope.
Yeah.
I want people to understand that life is meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be fully lived, and you can't do that without hope. And so I just try to tell the people hope ain't ever canceled. Yeah.
It's never canceled. So when did you, is that when you got the tattoo, Hope Diller, or when did that come out?
Yeah.
What happened?
I had it tatted on my arm because honestly, I'll tell you this. I had Why I Love You, also known as This Is Why I Love You to the fans. Why I Love You got so big, and everybody was like, what does he have next? Now, I took the pressure, and I think a lot of times we create more pressure than reality really is giving us, but we create our own pressure. But I was like, I gotta outdo my last win. I can't go any less than that. I gotta outdo it. But how can you outdo something that's divine? It's impossible. You just have to live fully and show up fully and well. And it's all going to work together for the greater win. But I had been stressed out with I gotta outdo it. I had a song called Honest that actually shot up the charts even faster than Why I Love You, and even got me my Grammy nomination. But that stress had me thinking you know what? I gotta live the hope I give. I can't just talk about it. I gotta be about it. And so I had done something I had never thought I'd ever do. I got a tattoo just to remind myself that this hope thing, it's real. This is real life. If you see, it's like pumping through my veins. That's just what it is. And it's just a statement and a reminder just to be about this thing, and don't waver just because circumstances look like something else.
Yeah.
If you know what you've been promised, if you know what you believe in, if you know what you're working towards, lock in on that thing called hope, because it serves as an anchor in the midst of a storm. And we realize that in due time, that the storm will end, because every single storm runs out of rain.
Okay, come on, tithes and offering. Where we collecting plate? I need it. I'm gonna go get my 10%. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my 10%.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is that why? Okay, so by the way, I don't know if you realize we've now got into the interview, because we just gonna go into it, because
I know we went straight into it. Didn't even do a formal intro, but let's do it now.
We can do it now. All right. Okay, we'll do like this. Hey guys, it's Ebony of 92Q, and I am with Major, all caps and a period. There you go. And we got into it because I think that, you automatically, it's just such a person that you got to get to know, and you got to be able to talk to Major in a major way. That's how you got to do it. So I'm just super excited. And I got to know this, the hope, the pep talks too, that you do this too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Where did that come from? How does that go in?
So everybody says, Major, your speaking voice is so special. Like it just gets people so encapsulated. Like everybody's drawn in by it. And I was like, say less. So I'm gonna record my speaking voice. And so, we were in the midst of the pandemic, and I think all of us were fighting the same fight. What's next? What is my life? What is this thing called life? What am I giving? What am I taking? What's not giving to me? What am I not giving to? And it's like, at the end of the day, I was really, really challenged with get to dealing this hope, not just in high times, but when you really need it for yourself. And I said, because 9 times out of 10, if you need it, somebody else around you is in need of it too. And my brother sent a text message, not blood brother, a buddy that the world knows, sent a text message on April 4th, 2020. Where were you on April 4th? If you weren't an essential worker, you're probably the same place I was, home. Because the whole world has shut down and we couldn't go nowhere. He sent a text and he said, let's pray for the hope of the world. He sent a group text, and I don't like group text, really. I really don't.
I don't either.
Listen, especially if it's with an Androider involved, because Androiders, they once you start the group text, you can't leave the conversation. So I'm stuck. But because this brother doesn't always send text, I said, you know what? I'm a read this. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna take it seriously. I read it and he said, let's pray for the hope of the world at 10:45 Eastern Standard Time. Let me speed this story up. He then says, because the pandemic has not only impacted the molecular, it's impacted the emotional and the mental of so many people, where paranoia and worry and anxiety has just taken over and not giving us any room for hope. We're hopeless. And he said these were the bars, yo. The plague was asked why it had killed so many. The plague responded, I only killed 100. The thousands that died from the fear of me. It's mindset. It's mindset. If we shift the way we think and speak on a thing, reality has no other choice but to fall in line. Like that's why when we go to hospitals or when people are sick, doctors push, you're going to get better. I need you to believe it. I need you to believe it. I need you to speak that. You're going to get better, because they know there's a phenomenon attached to the way in which you choose to believe. Neurons have no other choice but to agree. It's wild, but it happens that way. Not saying that people that believed have not dealt with, the worst case circumstance, but a lot of us get out of dire situations when we choose to believe we can.
But it's so hard to believe that, especially when you're looking just at the situation that you're in. A lot of us, we get into the storm, and the storm of our lives it could be in a relationship, it could be in work, it could be in ourselves, that we allow that to be the only perspective that we have. So it gets difficult to do that.
It's wild. But let me tell you where the hope is able to be reclaimed. When in your present situation, you tap in this thing called recollection, memory. Memory serves you two things: the not so good experiences and the great experiences. And what happens is when you see a circumstance that looks unbelievably impossible, recall yourself getting through the last thing you thought was unbelievably impossible. I don't know how many times I thought I wouldn't make it through a circumstance that I found myself getting through. And how I know is I'm here to talk about it now. If you got through it the last time, what makes this situation any different? And so it's literally a recollection that what it does, it supports your courage and your confidence in the storm to say, okay, say less.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stock up on all of the positive. I'm gonna stock up on the gratitude. And crazy enough is you may feel some of the blows, but hope lifts you above the blows in a way where it's like a preserver. So you come out shining and glowing like you doing on this live. And I don't think it's just because you got a ring light in the room. Yeah.
No, that's the melanin in me.
Yeah, that's that melanin.
It's that melanin. It just pops like that.
Yeah.
It just pops like that. No, but I appreciate that, and you know, I think that your latest single, of course, "Whole World in His Hands," that right there inspires so much hope. Why? I gotta ask though, why did you choose that particular song? That's an old hymn. We all know that one.
Yeah.
Why that one?
You actually said it. We all know it. I wanted to tap into what was familiar. A statement of truth that is familiar and still true to this day. To this day.
Till this
He's
day.
got the whole world in his hand. To this day, I need jokers to know, listen, don't get it twisted. It's wild out here. But there is nothing too big or small for the love and the care of God to handle. Love handles it all. I sing about it in my R&B songs, in the gospel. It's the same message. Love is powerful. God is love. Why I love you. That song was the love letter I wrote to God, and love wrote me back. Those lyrics are bars from the heart of love, from the heart of heaven, yo. And it's wild because so many people, it resonates in this crazy way. People hear the song and they're like, I don't know what this song is doing, but it just makes me feel like I'm being hugged by something. And it's like, because love is telling you, you have every permission to hope for the love you seek, to expect the love you seek, because you deserve all of that and more. Yeah.
See, I love how you say that, and I love how you say that's the reason why that song was written as a love letter to God. But as long as you know babies were made to that song, that's all that matters too.
Listen. Stevie Wonder said, Major, continue to write and sing about love, because God is love. God will always be there. In that moment, I was awakened to what was happening. There was an exchange of the key to a master of love songs formula. He writes from the perspective of God love. And that's why the world sings to Stevie Wonder songs to this day.
Come on.
Because when you sing and write from a perspective of the creator, it will always reach the heart of creation. And what does creation do? It's fruitful and it multiplies. So make some babies. You didn't know where I was going with it. Huh? And it multiplies.
I dropped my headphones.
Babies, do it.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I dropped my dang headphones listening to you. I was like, come on. See, that's why you need to be a pastor, because I show up and be like, you know what, let me go ahead and give him 30%.
Right. You like, well, okay, this is deep, but where are you going with this? And I'm like, just watch. I'm gonna get there.
But you know, you have become a sort of an evangelist, you know, with this new song.
It's wild. I told my mama at 3, I wanted to be an international superstar and a pastor. Imagine a 3-year-old saying both of those. And it's wild because I think in mainstream, which I didn't write this script for myself. I literally thought I was going to be a gospel singer that was trained in all these things, because I went to the Berklee College of Music. I studied at Juilliard before that, did an intensive at Juilliard, the Houston Grand Opera. So I had all of this training, and I was like, I'm gonna be the first in gospel to like just to do it all, like have all the sounds. But it was like I was trying to chase the embrace of what was not mine. Just because it's gospel doesn't mean that's your assignment. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you're at 92Q, right?
Yeah.
That's not a gospel station, is it?
No.
Exactly.
Well, we have a gospel song, but it's not a I'm gonna throw this at you. Can I throw my phone at you?
Let me help to save folks that diminish what they were designed for. They limit what they're designed for because they believe that it can only live in the genre of gospel or in the space of the church. But how is heaven going to reach the corners of the earth if we're only stuck in one space? Use me in the nightclubs, use me in the arenas, in the stadiums, in the doctor's offices, in the courtroom. Use me on the basketball court. Use me at the radio station when they're playing everything else. Let me be the example of love.
Come on now. Yes, I had to throw my pencil at you. That's what that was, by the way.
I know. It was something. Nah, but for real, like I need people to understand that this work that we have on earth, this assignment, is never going to be about only speaking to the choir. Because at some point, the choir has to be responsible for getting it. But there's a whole nother group of folks that want to get it, but because it's been mishandled by a lot of folks, they're jaded by the experience. So you might just be the one who can be that difference that helps them to understand that this love thing isn't reserved for a type. It's available for everybody.
Major, are you also doing guidance counselor office hours or something like that? What we doing? Can I just? That would
be the career. That would be the career that I would go into. I definitely love psychology and counseling and therapy, mental health. I encourage people to do that. Stop telling people, just pray about it. Since when did Bible say only pray about it? It did not say that. Bible says to seek wise counsel. Get wise counsel. And I'm not just talking about a bunch of folk that just lived life. I'm talking about some folks that are skilled on helping you to process through this life. That Major Hope Pep Talks album that I just released, full of motivation, some pep talks where I'm telling people you're great, don't worry, focus, fear ain't a friend. Just breathe. I did that because I want to at least provide a supplement of help to get people through their everyday life. It's going to be either through song or motivation.
Yeah.
Ultimately, my lifestyle. I'm not perfect, but I'm striving to live a life that encourages people to do theirs better. And I hope that we can exchange and do the same. You did your research because you done brought up stuff I didn't even know we were going to talk about. And I'm like, yo, thank you. Thank you for taking some time to see me. That right there is a literal real-time exchange of love. Because love, and I know I'm like talking a lot, but I'm hyped right now.
I love it. I thank you.
Love. When people say they just want to be loved, all they're saying is, I want to be seen, heard, and understood. If you can give me that, that's a love I'll take for a lifetime.
Well, I thank you so much for just allowing me to be able to understand you more, because I've been a fan of yours and I absolutely love your music. And to be able to do more research and be able to learn so much about you, I'm just like, man, he is incredible. And I think that it's not just your artistry, but it's also your mentality. And that right there, I think, is something that is transcendent, and it's something that's going to be reached to a massive, beyond just the music, beyond just, your ability to sing. And we all need to get that. And I know they're going to be able to get it at City Winery, because I'm going to forget. I'm like, I will forget this interview. I'm like, yo, this is my guidance counselor session. I don't know what this is for.
Yeah.
This is for me.
Listen, City Winery is going to be a movie.
Yeah.
Like last night, we had
Chicago.
a time last night in Chicago. Nashville, Thursday night at City Winery. Mm-hmm. I need you to understand, on October 13th, that will be a day marked in history that we made a movie. People gonna cry, they gonna laugh, they gonna sing, they gonna dance, they gonna sing, they gonna sing, they gonna sing louder. And it's gonna be a good time. We gonna have a good time. Yeah, we're gonna have.
And they're also gonna pay their tithes too. You're gonna pay your tithes, because we're gonna be passing out the collection plates. So be sure to do that.
Yo, it's gonna be special, and I want to make sure everybody gets tickets. If you can, citywinery.com/Nashville, citywinery.com/Nashville. It's filling up. I'm really excited. This is my first official show in Nashville.
Woo!
I've been praying to have a show in Nashville. I might be seeing, I'm pretty sure I'll be seeing a lot more of Nashville in general, because I just got signed to Monarch Music Group, Nashville based. And so we're making my project, that Americana soul, full of R&B, soul, folk, a little gospel, it's special, and a little sauce, but yo, tomorrow it's gonna be crazy. Oh, get there so you can hear my new song.
Oh, new song.
I'm testing one.
You're testing one. Is it going to be more love or more gospel?
Love.
I mean, love is everything, but I'm just
no.
It's
the way they met me. It's gonna be love. It's gonna be It's at cookouts, from cookouts to the bedroom to the personal self-love time. It's good.
Yes.
It's good.
I don't have any more things to throw at you, so I'm gonna try my best to not throw anything else at you. I'm just gonna say,
it's a vibe. This one's
gonna be a vibe.
It's a bop. It's a vibe. It's good. You'll love it. Yeah.
I'll be there. Just make sure I have something. If I can't get a shirt, then something.
You'll get a rose.
Know what it is.
You'll get a rose.
I'll take it. I'll take a rose. I'll take a rose. I just, again, thank you so much for just speaking with me. You are such an amazing artist, amazing person. Hey, I gotta make sure, I forgot, I gotta also congratulate you too. Didn't you just get married? It's been what, 2 years?
Did.
2 years. 2 years
married.
Yeah,
2 years married. It's an adventure.
Now, but I ain't gonna go with you. I love it. It is an adventure, but I gotta know. Yeah, it's a lot though, but I know it has taught you, marriage has taught you probably something different, giving you a new perspective towards relationships or love. Does that happen for you, a new perspective?
Oh, absolutely. I write different. I approach circumstances differently. Like what marriage has done for me and is doing for me, it's stretching my ability and my grace for perspectives other than my own. It's stretching my respect for perspectives other than my own. Because I like to believe I'm pretty wise for my years, beyond my years, and I'm pretty intelligent, and I'm an empath, so I'm always considering people. And marriage relieved me of this space of needing to be more perfect in assuring that I've dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's. But it's like, you may consider everybody, but you're not God, so it's impossible for you to consider everything. So know that while your perspective may be well informed, there could be some information you missed along the way. So shout out to the married folks. Make room for one another. Shout out to the folks in relationships, period, because the learning and breeding ground is how you do everyday relationships and friendships. Because the more you make room for other people, the better prepared you are for marriage. Yeah.
See, I don't know, y'all, if you missed any type of gym, that one right there, make sure you grab onto it, because I swear that it's going to last for a lifetime. You are, again, such an amazing person. Again, thank you so much. City Winery, you guys be there. 92Q, show up, show out. Nashville, do the same, because it is going to be inspiring.
Yeah. It's going to be inspiring. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be magic. It's going to be, you know what? I'll say this. It's going to be major. My mama knew what she did when she named me.
She sure did. She sure did. Now, still, I feel like you need to go and get your minister license, but that's a whole nother conversation. So, thank you so much, Major. Yeah. I appreciate you for speaking to me today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. New music is coming very, very soon. At the top of 2023, we're going to have a new full project. The soul, the R&B, the folk, the goodness. And I promise you it's going to be well worth the wait. Thank you for supporting me. I look forward to seeing everybody at the City Winery tomorrow night, Thursday. It's going to be live. It's going to be major. Peace. And catch me on socials. Now that's major. We talk back. Let's go.
He does talk back. He also gives you cool videos. I be laughing my behind off when it comes to your evangelist type of acting skills. I don't know what. And then you did a video about you being at the gas station. He's like, I'm not gonna look at the price. I'm not gonna look at Y'all check out Major on every platform, because well, it's major.
Now that's major. I love y'all. Thank you so much.
That's why I love you. Ooh, this is why